What's up, Fuzzballs? Welcome back to Fresh Fuzz. Stanley C. Panther's Secrets from Behind the Mask. Today we're diving into 10 secrets from behind the mask of Stanley C. Panther, the coolest cat in the NHL. And yes, I used to be him. I was the 5th full-time Stanley. That's right, I was the 5th of his 9 lives. Let's start from the top. Stanley C. Panther is named after the Stanley Cup, but the C has no official meaning. Could it be Stanley Cup Panther? I hope not. That's pretty stupid. Nobody knows if it stands for cool, chaos, champions. Luckily, the Panthers won a Stanley Cup. But when I was there, they never won any, which meant the opposing fans loved to yell it at him. It's funny that you got named after something you've never won. Stanley's best friend is Victor E. Rat. He also has a mysterious middle initial with no official meaning. I guess the Panthers just like their secret. Victor represents the legendary Year of the Rat, 1996. Okay, time for story time with Fuzz. A rat ran across the locker room floor in the Miami arena back in the day, which rat problems in a stadium or arena is actually more common than you'd think. Anyway, Scott Mellenby slapshot and deleted a rat, which is how they coined the term the rat trick. Not just a hat trick, it's a rat trick. 1 rat, 2 goals. Now fans throw plastic rats on the ice, and it became a full-blown tradition. Victor, the rat, is supposed to be that rat. Which brings us to our next fact. Victor is technically a zombie. The Panthers don't openly advertise that because nobody wants to meet a zombie rat, but they do, often, more than they think. The next fact is not really about Stanley, but they take those rats that you throw on the ice, put them back in the store after you bought them for $5, and rinse and repeat. So they just make $5 after $5 after $5, all in the same rat. If you are a mascot, or you just see a video that you want me to review, make sure you send it to me. Either tag me on TikTok at FreshFuzzFreddy, or send me an email. Now back to the video. Stanley originally wore number 93 because the team was founded in 1993. But then the team retired number 93, but not for him. It was retired in honor of Bill Torrey, the original president of the team. So Stanley got demoted to 00. But Victor wears number 96 for the Year of the Rat, 1996. Mascot lore runs deep. In 1993, Stanley was supposed to have an alter ego called the Panther's Beast. It was basically the Hulk version to Stanley's Bruce Banner. Red glowing eyes, fog machine to make smoke come out of his nose. And remember, 1993, where costumes were already pretty terrifying back then. This would have been nightmare fuel, not for the opposing team, just everyone. The idea was eventually scrapped because it was too expensive and just too scary. But I have the original concept drawings, which are pretty cool. But they made the right call, let me make that 100% clear. This thing still haunts my nightmares. I have to keep these drawings in a closet in the garage, somewhere where I'll never find them unless I'm looking for them. Everyone always wonders this at some point in their life. Maybe not about Stanley, but like any other character. But the performer for Stanley sees out of his mouth, where Victor's performer actually sees out of his eyes. Like the mascot's eyes, obviously the performer sees out of his eyes. But that does mean if Stanley's looking at you, he actually might not be looking at you. Terrifying. Just like most mascots, there's a height requirement for Stanley. Otherwise, the character looks way off. Disney is actually really strict with this and does a great job. But when I was there, even just to be a backup, you had to be somewhere between 6 foot and 6'3". However, I was taller than the full-time guy before me, which meant his pants didn't fit when I got there. They stopped about halfway up my butt. However, Stanley's hockey pants covered the rest, so it was kinda alright. The magic of show business, am I right? Would you have made the height requirement? If not, which Disney character would you qualify for? Comment below. And that was 10 secrets from behind the mask of Stanley C. Panther. See you next week for more Behind the Mask. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And check out my other videos where I have TikTok compilations or how to be a mascot, which I call Fuzz Academy. And then I have my own TikTok and Instagram where I can be seen being eaten by T-Rex. I also love fan art, so feel free to tag me in that and you may be featured in one of my videos. See ya!